You're stranded in the wilderness. No phone, no GPS. Just you and the raw power of nature. Would you make it out alive? Today, we're diving into the 12 vital skill sets that separate the survivors from the victims. These aren't just tips, they're the difference between life and death. Let's get started. Number 1, fire starting. It's not just about warmth. Fire is life. It purifies water, cooks food, and signals for help. But forget about matches or lighters. We're talking primal here. Learn to use a ferro rod. It's waterproof and lasts thousands of strikes. Practice creating tinder from natural materials like tree bark, lint from your dryer, dry grass, cattail fluff. Master the art of the bow drill for when you've got nothing else. But don't stop there. Expand your fire starting arsenal. Learn the hand drill technique, which requires nothing but wood and perseverance. Understand the principle of the fire piston, which uses air compression to create heat. Practice using magnifying glasses, eyeglasses, or a clear plastic bag filled with water to focus light. Preparation is key. Always carry multiple fire starting tools. Create and store tinder bundles using dryer lint, wax paper, or cotton balls soaked in petroleum jelly. These can be lifesavers in wet conditions. Speaking of wet conditions, learn to find dry materials in damp environments. Look under fallen logs, inside hollow trees, or rock crevices. Master the art of splitting wet wood to access the dry inner core. Remember, in survival situations, you often only get one shot at starting a fire. Make it count. Your life may depend on these flames. Number 2, water procurement and purification. You can't survive long without it, but drinking the wrong source can be just as deadly. Learn to identify water sources in different environments. In forests, look for animal tracks leading to streams. In deserts, search for green vegetation indicating underground water. Master the art of finding water in unlikely places, from vines in tropical forests to condensations on metal surfaces in urban areas. But finding water isn't enough. You need to make it safe. Boiling is foolproof, but energy intensive. Learn to create improvised filters using sand, charcoal, and cloth. Master the solar still technique to extract water from the ground or even urine in desperate situations. Understand the pros and cons of different purification methods. Chemical treatments like iodine or chlorine tablets are effective against most pathogens, but don't remove chemical contaminants. UV light devices are great for clear water, but less effective in cloudy conditions. Always carry water purification tablets as a backup. They're lightweight and can be a lifesaver. But also learn alternatives. Understand how to use household bleach for water purification in urban scenarios. Learn to create a biofilter using layers of sand, gravel, and charcoal. Don't neglect water storage and transportation. Learn to make improvised containers from the materials or repurpose items. Understand how to prevent water loss through evaporation or contamination during storage. Remember, water discipline is crucial. In a survival situation, conserving water is just as important as finding it. Learn techniques to minimize water loss through sweating and respiration. Number 3, shelter building. Shelter protects you from the elements and provides a psychological boost. It's your home base in a survival situation. Learn to build shelters with minimal tools. Master the lean-to, the debris hut, and the snow cave. Understand how to use natural features like rock overhangs or fallen trees to your advantage. But don't stop there. Learn to construct a variety of shelters suited for different environments and situations. In forests, practice building a debris hut. This simple structure can keep you warm even in near freezing temperatures. In snowy conditions, master the art of the quinzhee, a hollow mound of snow that can provide surprising warmth. For long-term situations, learn more advanced techniques, understand the basics of log cabin construction, practice building elevated platforms to protect against ground moisture and small predators. In urban environments, know how to secure abandoned buildings or create safe spaces in damaged structures. Learn to assess structural integrity quickly. Understand how to create barriers and early warning systems for security. Always prioritize insulation, even in warm climates. The ground can suck away your body heat at night. Use leaves, grass, and debris to create a barrier between you and the cold earth. In urban settings, cardboard and newspapers can serve the same purpose. Remember, your shelter needs may change with the situation. A hasty shelter for immediate protection is different from a long-term base camp. Practice building both types under time pressure. Number 4, navigation. Getting lost can turn a minor setback into a life-threatening situation. Learn to navigate without relying on technology. Master map reading and compass use. Understand how to find true north using the sun and stars. Learn to read natural signs like moss growth on trees or the direction of prevailing winds. But don't stop at the basics. Dive deeper into celestial navigation. Learn to use the North Star and other constellations to determine your latitude. Understand how to create a simple sextant using protractor and a weighted string. In forest areas, master the art of reading tree growth patterns. Understand how factors like prevailing winds and sun exposure affect tree shape and can indicate direction. Learn to create and read improvised maps. Practice sketching terrain features and estimating distances. Understand how to use pacing to measure distance traveled. In urban environments, develop a mental map of your surroundings. Identify landmarks and understand the layout of streets and buildings. Learn to navigate using the position of the sun in relation to the street grids. Don't neglect low-tech tools. Learn to create a sun compass using a watch. Understand how to use a simple stick and shadow method to determine cardinal directions. Practice these skills regularly. Your life might depend on finding your way back to civilization or to a crucial resource. Conduct navigation exercises in unfamiliar terrain, both day and night. Remember, confidence in your navigation skills can prevent panic in disorienting situations. The more you practice, the more instinctive these skills become. Number 5, first aid and medical skills. In a crisis, you might be your own doctor. Basic first aid isn't enough. You need to go deeper. Learn to treat wounds, set broken bones, and recognize signs of infections. Understand how to use plants for medicinal purposes. Master CPR and the Heimlich maneuver, but that's just a start. Dive into advanced first aid techniques. Learn to perform a proper patient assessment. Understand how to treat shock, which can be deadly in survival situations. Master the art of improvised splints and tourniquets using available materials. Study common wilderness ailments. Learn to identify and treat hypothermia, heat exhaustion, and altitude sickness. Understand the symptoms of common poisonous plant exposure and how to treat them. In urban disaster scenarios, be prepared to trauma injuries. Learn to deal with crush injuries, severe bleeding, and potential radiation exposures. Understand the basic wound closure techniques, including improvised sutures. But it's not just about physical injuries. Learn to recognize and treat common illnesses, especially those prevalent in survival situations like dysentery, giardia, and food poisoning. Understand basic sanitation and hygiene practices to prevent disease spread. Invest in a comprehensive first aid kit and know how to use every item in it. Practice these skills regularly. When the moment comes, you won't have time to read the manual. Consider taking advanced first aid courses or wilderness medicine training. Remember, in a true survival situation, you may need to make difficult decisions. Mental preparation for worst-case scenarios is as important as technical skills. Number 6, food procurement. When the grocery stores are empty, you need to know how to feed yourself. This isn't about gourmet meals, it's about staying alive. Learn to identify edible plants in your area. Start with easy to recognize species like dandelions, cattails, and pine trees. But don't stop there. Study mushroom identification, but remember, with fungi, if you're not 100% sure, don't eat it. Master basic trapping techniques for small game. Learn to create simple snares and deadfall traps. Understand how to read animal signs and where to set up traps for maximum effectiveness. Understand fishing methods that don't require modern equipment. Learn to make fish hooks from bones and safety pins. Master the art of hand fishing and spear fishing. Learn to create fish traps from natural materials. In urban environments, know how to safely scavenge for food. Understand which commercial foods last the longest and where to find them. Learn to assess the safety of canned goods in damaged containers. Understand food preservation techniques like smoking, drying, and fermentation. These skills can help you store food for leaner times. Learn to create simple solar dehydrators and smoking racks. Don't forget about insects. Many are highly nutritious and easy to catch. Learn which ones are safe to eat and how to prepare them. Remember, in a true survival situation, you might need to eat things you'd normally avoid. Mental preparation is as important as skills here. Practice expanding your palate now so you're ready for when it counts. Before we jump into number 7, please smash that like button, subscribe to our channel, and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on our latest prepper strategies, tactics, and tips. Okay, let's move on with it. Number 7, self-defense. In a crisis, the veneer of civilization can quickly wear thin. You need to be prepared to defend yourself and your loved ones. Learn basic hand-to-hand combat techniques. Focus on simple, effective moves that don't require extensive training. Master the basics of striking vital points and escaping from common holds. Understand how to use improvised weapons effectively. Learn to wield everyday objects like sticks, pins, keys for self-defense. Practice techniques that amplify your natural strength. Master situational awareness to avoid conflicts before they start. Learn to read body language and recognize potential threats. Understand the psychology of predatory behavior and how to avoid becoming a target. But self-defense isn't just about fighting. Learn de-escalation techniques. Understand how to use your voice and body language to diffuse tense situations. Practice scenarios where talking your way out is the best option. Understand how to create security systems for your shelter. Learn to set up simple alarms using cans and strings. Master the art of camouflage to hide your presence or your resources. Know when to stand your ground and when to retreat. Understand that in a survival situation, every confrontation carries high risk. Learn to swallow your pride when backing down is the smartest move. Remember, in a survival situation, every injury can be life-threatening. Avoid confrontation when possible, but be prepared to act decisively when necessary. Mental preparation is key. Visualize scenarios and your responses to them. Number 8, tool making and improvisation. In a long-term survival situation, your initial supplies will run out. You need to know how to create tools from what's available. Learn basic knot tying and rope making. Master essential knots like the bowline, clove hitch, and taut line hitch. Practice creating cordage from natural fibers like tree bark and plant stems. Understand how to craft simple tools like knives and spears or containers from natural materials. Learn basic flint knapping to create sharp edges from stones. Master the art of fire hardening wood to create durable tools. In urban environments, learn to repurpose common items. A soda can become a fishing lure, or a card antenna, a spear, a broken glass, a cutting tool. Practice looking at everyday objects with new eyes, always asking, how could this be useful? Number 9, mental resilience and stress management. Your mind is your most important survival tool. In a crisis, panic can kill you faster than any external threat. Learn techniques to manage fear and stress. Practice deep breathing exercises and progressive muscle relaxation. These can help calm your mind and body in high-pressure situations. Master mindfulness and controlled breathing. Learn to focus your attention on the present moment, reducing anxiety about the future. Practice meditation to strengthen your ability to remain calm under pressure. Understand the psychological stages of survival and how to push through the low points. Learn about survival art from initial shock through the challenge of acceptance to the final stage of adaptation. Develop a survival mindset. Train yourself to see challenges as problems to be solved, not unsurmountable obstacles. Practice reframing negative thoughts into actionable plans. Learn to find motivation in small victories. Set achievable goals and celebrate your progress. This can provide crucial psychological boost in prolonged survival situations. Practice mental games and exercises to keep your mind sharp. Learn memory techniques, mental math, and problem-solving puzzles. A sharp mind is crucial for survival. Build mental toughness through control of exposure to discomfort. Practice enduring cold showers, fasting, or sleep deprivation in safe, controlled environments. Remember, in a survival situation, giving up is not an option. Your will to live can push your body far beyond what you thought possible. Cultivate that will now before you need it. Number 10, communication and signaling. In a survival situation, rescue often depends on your ability to signal for help or communicate with others. Learn international distress signals. Master the SOS signal in various forms, visual, audio, and written. Understand how to use ground-to-air signals that rescuers are trained to look for. Master the art of creating visible signals using fire, smoke, or ground markers. Learn to create signal fires that produce thick, dark smoke during the day and bright flames at night. Practice making large, visible symbols on the ground using contrasting materials. Understand how to use mirrors and other reflective objects for signaling. Learn the proper technique for aiming a signal mirror at distant targets. Practice with improvised reflectors like CDs or polished metal. But communication isn't just about rescue. Learn basic hand signals for silent communications within your group. Develop a simple code system for complex messages. Understand how to leave trail markers that others in your group can follow. Learn to create and read trail signs using natural materials. In urban scenarios, know how to use makeshift antennas to boost radio signals. Learn basic radio operation and understand common emergency frequencies. Understand the basics of code systems for secure communication. Learn simple ciphers that can keep your messages private from potential threats. Remember, in a crisis, information can be as valuable as any physical resource. Practice clear, concise communication. In emergency situations, every word counts. Number 11, basic mechanical skills. Learn basic engine repair. Understand the fundamentals of how engines work. Practice basic maintenance like oil changes, spark plug replacement, and air filter cleaning. Learn to diagnose common engine problems by sound and symptoms. Understand how to maintain and sharpen tools. Master the use of the whetstone and files to keep blades sharp. Learn to repair handles and create makeshift tools from scrap materials. Master the fundamentals of electrical systems. Learn to wire basic circuits, repair frayed wires, and understand the principles of solar power systems. Practice building simple electrical projects like LED lights powered by scavenged batteries. In urban environments, know how to hotwire a car in an emergency. Understand the legalities and ethics. This skill is for true emergencies only. Learn to bypass steering column locks and start engines without keys. Understand how to repair generators or solar panels. Learn basic troubleshooting for these critical power sources. Practice cleaning and maintaining solar panels for maximum efficiency. Learn to create simple machines using scavenged parts. Understand the principles of levers, pulleys, and wheels to multiply your force. Practice building basic tools like water pumps and wind-powered generators from salvaged materials. Practice these skills on your own equipment. When the time comes, you'll be able to keep vital resources functioning long after others have failed. Remember, in a survival situation, the ability to improvise repairs can make the difference between life and death. Number 12, adaptability and continuous learning. The final and perhaps most important skill, the ability to adapt and learn. No amount of preparation can cover every possible scenario. Cultivate curiosity. Always be looking for new skills to learn, new techniques to master. Approach every situation as a learning opportunity. Practice asking "what if" questions to prepare for various scenarios. Understand that in a survival situation, rigid thinking can be fatal. Learn to question your assumptions and be open to new ideas. Practice solving problems with limited resources to boost your creative thinking. Develop a growth mindset. Believe in your ability to learn and improve. Don't be discouraged by failures. See them as valuable learning experiences. Practice putting yourself in unfamiliar situations. Take up new hobbies, travel to unfamiliar places, or try solving problems outside your comfort zone. This builds your ability to adapt to new circumstances. Learn to think creatively and see multiple solutions to problems. Practice brainstorming techniques and lateral thinking exercises. The more solutions you can generate, the better your chances of survival. Understand that survival often means improvising with what you have, not what you wish you had. Practice the art of repurposing items for unintended uses. Learn to combine different skills in innovative ways. Remember, the most dangerous phrase in survival is, "I already know that." There's always more to learn, always ways to improve. Stay humble, stay curious, and never stop learning. These 12 skill sets form the foundation of survival in any situation. But remember, knowledge without practice is useless. Start honing these skills today. Your life and the lives of those you love may depend on it. And here's a final thought to keep you up at night. What if the next major crisis isn't just a possibility, but an inevitability? Are you truly ready? The clock is ticking. Your survival journey starts now. Let us know in the comments below if you found this video helpful. Give it a thumbs up, share it with your fellow preppers, and don't forget to subscribe to catch all of our upcoming content. If you really liked the video, check out some of our other videos here. Remember, stay safe, stay prepared, and always stay ready. If you'd like to check out the products we've shared in the video, the product links can be found in the description below.